Well, yo, it's what the fuck? It's June 6th, 9:37. Man, I have been going through some like polar shit. Mentally, theoretically, behaviorally. I mean, not really bipolar. I mean, I don't even believe it exists. But my point is, I'm trying to convey, I've been going back and forth like a motherfucker. Like, 2 or 3 days ago, I felt like releasing this album was gonna be like a godsend to the world, and like, it would give people the key to do it, and to fucking change the world, and to fucking do all this. And now, I'm realizing more and more that, like, I don't think anything's gonna happen. In fact, I don't think anybody's gonna fucking listen to it. 3 days ago, I was thinking, holy shit, I've been making this album that's about what's going on. And about what everybody's trying to talk to about now, and about what everybody's probably thinking, I need to make music about now. I've been making that for like 5 years without even knowing about now. And, at first I was like, holy shit, everybody's gonna know. And now I'm realizing that, like, a lot of people will hear this shit, and a lot of musicians will make, like, a lot of dope music because of this. Like, it's gonna inspire a bunch of shit, but I'm not gonna get no credit for it. Like, this is about to start a whole new era of hip-hop, because, like, fucking nobody wants to hear some bullshit like, yeah, fucking party, the system, money, trap, fucking chains and watches. I fucking bow to the system and I'm happy about it. Nobody wants to hear that anymore. People want to hear some anti shit. People want to hear some 90s type shit. Like, fuck the system. And that's what I've been on, motherfucker. Like, I've known for a long time that, like, hip hop was being taken over by the men, and that trap was being influenced, so that, like, the anti-authoritarian shit was basically not popping. And that's why I've been making it, because, like, that's the true hip hop, the real hip hop. That's the heart of hip hop. Fuck the government. And man, it's just, now I'm thinking, like, all these other artists out there, dude, they're gonna hear what I'm doing, and they're gonna be like, oh, okay, so that's what we should do. We need to make some real shit. And they're gonna make real shit. And then these famous ass artists like Chance and that motherfucker and this motherfucker and that motherfucker, they're gonna get famous for their new album, because, like, everybody's gonna hear their new album about this shit, but they're not gonna hear this, the album I released, because nobody knows who the fuck Fossbase is. They're not gonna know that, like, I am the one that inspired all these fucking people, or that I was fucking doing this shit before all these fucking people realized this was the next step in hip hop. I'm salty. I'm salty about this shit now, motherfucker. But on the other hand, I have been. I'm making the lyric video, and it's lit.
Y'all gonna know. Facts. My spaceship, my spaceship, my spaceship, my spaceship.
Oh yeah, it fucking pisses me off. Like, I want people to know that I did this shit. I want people to know that, like, the cover, I fucking spent so fucking long painting that shit. I want people to know about this shit. I mean, look, I even made a back for an age where there ain't no silk for the CDs. There ain't even no point in making a CD cover, but I made a CD cover, motherfucker. I copied all the lyrics out. I uploaded the shit to DistroKid, and I was like, yeah. But now I'm realizing, man, I ain't gonna get no money for shit. DistroKid's probably stealing from everybody. All those fucking corporations are, man. And I ain't gonna get no fucking credit either. This shit fucking pisses me off. The system has everybody by the fucking balls, including the artist. They ain't even probably gonna let you hear this shit. You probably never heard of it. Either that or I'm gonna get famous as hell for it. Or somebody else is gonna get famous as hell for an album that they made. But then again, they couldn't do it as dope as I did. I don't know, it makes me want to like not release it. It makes me want to only give it to people hand to hand and just release it across the country. But that's a way to ensure that I ain't gonna get no cred. So I don't know what the fuck to do. I've obviously already put it on DistroKid, it's coming out, and I'm gonna put this up on YouTube, but I just hope people know what I meant. I hope people know what I was talking about, because this shit, people are like, oh, we're gonna fight the government and whatnot, blah, blah, and fucking all that shit, and we're gonna write, and motherfuckers, you think that this shit is about black and white? It's never been about black and white. That's one of their tricks. That's why they killed the black guy and got the riots started. They did that. They planned it. They wanted the riots started. They're trying, every time they try to make it about black and white, they're trying to confuse the issue because they want us fighting amongst ourselves. See, the thing is, it's about the system's formulation of control. It's about outliers and people that are willing to live inside the box. Okay, people that aren't willing to live inside the box and people that are willing to live inside the box. That's what it's about. Not black people or fucking white people. Okay, that's how they're tricking everybody. They were doing that shit fucking 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I remember when it was becoming like a big, huge fucking thing. And that was right about the time that people were getting unhappy again. Because it was after 9/11 and there were so many people that were like waking up to the fact that like, we don't have any fucking bit of control. Every time we get up and say, oh, we don't have any fucking control, I want some control, they fucking implement another plan of like, oh, you got control to make us believe we got control. We don't have fucking control. See, all we got control over is ourselves. We have entire control over the world by controlling ourselves. That's why I've stayed at home. That's why I've been staying at home for the past 2 years. Ever since I fucking drove all the way around the country and saw that every fucking place, no matter how far you go, is just a fucking little town bordering the next one. It goes on forever, just houses and houses of people being fucking hypnotized. This shit is looking lit. But see, I gotta get all the fucking vocals just right. I gotta put a bunch of spaces in between it. Man, at first I was gonna have it scroll up, but then I realized it needs to be scrolling with the music, and this just ain't cutting it. It needs to be separated. It needs to be words where the words are. I mean, you got the drums where the drums are, but it's just like, ugh. I love that part where it zooms in. This is one of my favorite parts of the whole album because I stopped talking for a second. I wanted someone to put a verse on this so bad, and I'm so glad that I never got a verse on it because, like, oh, it's right. It's that part where you remember, like, oh, it's about the music. And it's crazy how this came together too, because like this part, this is like a remix of the beat basically. Like I sent the track time of the beat to a homie that's a producer, and he like sent that back to me like, yo, this is how I like it, and it was perfect because like I mixed it together and it made it switch to that music. It was like the breakdown of the beat. Oh, you're gonna want to hear this. This is smooth music. But yeah, y'all, go check it out.